Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Toni Braxton, Miss Mamas, you got married last summer to Birdman. But here's the real gag. They tried to divorce weeks later, but decided to stick through it. Now, Toni, I ain't mad. Stick with Birdman's bank account as long as you can. You already stuck by that face. You might as well stick by the money. Let's get into these details, but let's be real, y'all. This is crazy, especially considering Birdman has been acting really, I don't know, these last couple of months. It's been giving Kodak Black. It's been giving, why are you falling asleep standing on stage? It's giving, are you drinking from the same cup Lil Wayne is? Speaking of which, okay, you know what? Let's just move past that. But Google Birdman Lil Wayne rumors. He used to make everybody in Cash Money kiss him on the lips and call him daddy or something like that, and say that's how they express love. And people are like, shut up! Can't black men express love? I said they 100% can, but in America, I don't know two black men who are not related and did not grow up together that are kissing each other on the lips while they're giving each other, yo, what's up, dapping each other up. I mean, do you? I don't, but let me know what you think. Anyway, baby, this is directly in TMZ. Let's get into this, okay? Because, okay, Toni. But on the other hand, okay, Toni. Toni Braxton married Birdman last summer, filed for divorce weeks later. But this is in TMZ. Now, here's the thing. Toni Braxton is notoriously private. Notoriously. Even when she was on the Braxton Family Values, she don't want to talk about nothing but just cut looks at her sisters, because you know they get on her last nerve, right? But that's just how family is. So who leaked this? Tamar. Did you leak this? No, Tamar busy filling up her prep prescription. Anyway, they said Toni Braxton and Birdman are married and have been for 8 months, though it seems the honeymoon period is pretty damn rough. According to documents obtained by TMZ, Toni and Birdman quietly and very secretly, obviously, tied the knot on August 8th, 2024. They said, now here comes the shocker. We know that's when they got married because the wedding date is mentioned in the divorce docs Toni filed 2 weeks later. Yeah, that's right. Toni's filing, which we've also seen, lists their date of separation as August 10th. Now, they're giving a quick recap. They said the couple holds a secret wedding ceremony. Then 2 days later, Toni at least says they were on the outs and headed for divorce. And you know what? This is very dramatic. But if you are filing for divorce 2 weeks later, that is not divorce. That's annulment. This don't count. I know everybody likes to take we're wed in front of God and that's his wife. Shut up. That ain't nothing but a piece of paper until someone shows you the dedication and commitment and the strength and promise behind those vows. Until then, it's just words. Stop assigning value to words before they actually even give it to you. But you know what? Let's continue. Y'all need me to rant. Listen. In the docs, Toni and her attorney called the marriage irreparably, I know I can't say that word, irretrievably broken. Okay, here's another plot twist. Because while it seems they were headed for a split, Toni dismissed the divorce petition. And Birdman signed off on that too. So as of now, they're still legally husband and wife. As for whether they're happily married, we can't say. Reached out to Toni, Birdman, and the reps, and everyone's radio silent. Now, Birdman initially proposed to Toni in February 2018, and shortly after purchased Toni's massive $1 million engagement ring and several other pricey pieces of jewelry, from expensive watches to vintage earrings. Okay, Toni, I see what you're doing. Listen, ain't no shame. Then she said, then when people were saying, yo, Toni and Birdman were married, Toni ain't want to claim them. She literally put a thing on Instagram saying, my dear friend at Birdman and I are not married. Never been married. We are both single. Why do I feel like Birdman be in his house when Toni be ignoring his calls, leaving him on red, just being like, Every time he comes over, she want to keep the lights low, lower. Can they just get pitch black? She just want to make sure, she tells him, I love you for, he's probably like, damn, you're so beautiful. And she's like, I love you for your soul. I love you for what's inside, you know? And he's just like, when they first started talking, he was probably like, damn, little mama, I make you nervous. And Toni was like, oh, I just can't stand to look him straight in the face. Now, I'm not saying Birdman is hard on the eyes. I'm just saying Toni would like to look elsewhere. In any case, right? I wonder if Birdman be sitting around the house listening to, if I ever get to see you once again. Isn't that some ish? Somebody taking you through it, that is singing the soundtrack of your life. If I ever get to hear your heart again. Like he's like, Toni, pick up. Toni, we can make this work. If I ever get to, Toni, we can make this work. Damn, that's their own personal hell. Anyway, they said they publicly split back in 2019, and Toni's regularly denied rumors of a continued relationship between them. She even called the whispers of a marriage fake news in December 2023, and claimed they were just friends. Well, they said that was accurate denial back then, but as of August 2024, they're each other's ball and chain. Woo! Listen, why would this do? Like, what? Why don't you want to claim that man, Toni? Now, the funny thing is, remember the balls that were happening in New York City, or in Atlanta and New York? There's plenty of video of Birdman walking through back in the day before Instagram and camera phones were a thing. Birdman. Anyway, listen, at the end of the day, I don't know what to say about this. What y'all think? I do think it is concerning that Birdman is literally on stage, falling asleep on stage. I put the video up. Falling asleep on stage like he is. This is the Toni Braxton's husband. They're gonna manifest gator boots. I'm looking at the video. What y'all think? Do y'all think that the reason he's falling on stage in a concert, literally standing up, nodding off on some Lil Wayne stuff, do y'all think that's the reason they're having problems? Or you think it's something else? I don't know. I know whatever it is, Toni seemed to got the upper hand in the situation. Wait, wasn't Keisha Cole messing with Birdman too? You know what? Let me stop getting into gossip. Keisha done moved on. Everybody moved on. I guess I need to move on too. But it looks like whatever happens, Birdman can 100% not at all quit Toni Braxton. Yo, Tamar, you need to take notes. You need to take notes.